Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more. I was about to say Mass Effect. No, this is BattleTech. We're here for BattleTech today. We're here for a final mission for the Capellans, and we are ambushing a convoy. So let's go ahead and jump on in. There is some decent money to be made. Not amazing, but decent nonetheless. But I think what we're going to do is, since it is 2.5 skulls, what do we want? Do we go for a full salvage? No, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go for enough for a full mech, and then the rest will be focused in on the money. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to be fighting, but I'm hoping we can try and get something and yeah, keep that for a bit. So let's not make the same mistakes as last time, and we're going to move the Marauder over to Rannoch over there. We're also going to go ahead and bring... what do we want to bring? I think maybe the Orion's not a bad choice here. Some indirect as well as some pretty heavy-hitting snub PPCs. And then I think we'll also bring something a little bit faster. Maybe something like a Shadowhawk wouldn't go astray. Yeah, so this is in jungle, so heat efficiency is not the be-all and end-all. We've got much better movement. It is a bit of a brawler. Yeah, I think... Oh, actually, what is its melee? 85, that's not bad. Either that or... Yeah, you know what? I think we're just going to go ahead and bring that along. So, let's go ahead and drop the Shadowhawk in the final position. Now, the question is, who do we want for what thing? And I think we're going to bring Cheese Goblin. Cheese Goblin does pretty good with the nice and maneuverable mechs. So, we're going to go ahead and chuck him in there, because he can shoot and then move, which could be very beneficial. The Marauder should be good at clearing out some of our targets fairly swiftly. It's a little bit slower, but again, we should be fine. Orion, we've got some decent range and decent damage dealing, as well as our catapult with those LRMs. Yeah, I think that's going to be what we're going to run with for today. It is in the jungle, so it could be a little bit curious with what terrain is going to be given to us, but I'm thinking it should be good enough. Also too, we now have the benefit of that initiative boost too, which we picked up in the last episode with Hawk, so we should have some pretty good chances to move before some of the heavier mechs, if they have any. Alright, so our objective is to destroy the supply convoy and escape, and we get a bonus if we destroy the convoy guards. So, apparently it's a matter of a burden of proof. Our friend in our organisation has been accused by the planetary government of illegal activities. While under this accusation, she is unable to perform her duties as for Capellan leadership. Evidence to be used in an upcoming hearing is being transported to a spaceport for safekeeping off-planet. Your team is to intercept this convoy and destroy it. Alright, Commander, the local nets are full of news about this hearing. This job is higher profile than our usual work. It's your call, though. If we don't take the job, another mercenary company will. Well, that's fine.
Interface initiated.
We'll still move forwards. We've got some salvage and some money, and I think that's what we want. So, yeah. Alright, our goal is to track down the convoy, so let's scout out the target area where we've found the convoy. We'll stop it from reaching its destination, and then we'll make our way to the evac zone. Get to it, Commander. Alright.
Not a happy climate.
So
Battle mechs.
So the good news is, Hawk in our catapult is not going to slow things down, because again, indirect fire isn't going to cause too much trouble.
I got you.
We've also got a fair bit of cooling around. Now, what do we have? We have the convoy's route somewhere over there, and then escaping is up here in the denial zone. Ooh, okay. Well, with any luck, they're going to be further out this way, and they're going to have to come through where we already are, so we're going to try and make the most out of our road. Let's get that Marauder up and moving. We'll try and cut through the thinnest part of the jungle. As for our Orion, that's not here nor there at this point.
Acknowledged.
Then our Shadowhawk. Let's just keep that slightly ahead. I'm sure we'll be fine. Alright, so again, no sensor locks on anything. Nothing on our radar as of yet. Let's go ahead and get the Marauder onto the road.
Our target is within sensor range.
Okay, good. So, my thinking is here, if we can, on the next turn, we might even spend another one sprinting. If we can get up to this pass, we know that the vehicles are going to have to travel through, and we can crush them fairly swiftly. So, that would be ideal. If not, maybe we could even, maybe we could bring the Orion up over here first. Yeah, maybe we can pick up some cover and maybe even get some pot shots nice and quickly early on. Yeah, I think that seems like a plan.
Copy.
Oh, wait, what else have we got? Another 40-ton mech and a 70-ton vehicle. Okay. Well, they're definitely going to be, yeah, they'll definitely have an LRM carrier or maybe an SRM carrier, something along those lines. Who knows? But either way, the catapult, let's go ahead and we'll keep you in... Let's keep you in a fairly safe distance. There we go. And Cheese Goblin, let's roll on up to... Yeah, let's move on up over here. Maybe if they come through here, we can engage one-on-one.
I understand.
Yeah, oh, and that also does show a little bit more for us to engage with. Alright, so... That gallant assault vehicle is flying. We were very lucky there we didn't catch a stray shot then.
Barely hit, Commander.
Okay, noted. So they're going to be moving out fairly swiftly. What's that? An AC-10, LRM-10. Oh, they've got some nice modded weapons here. 40-ton mech, another unknown one back there. A 20-ton...
Commander.
Alright, you know what? Our evasion's not going to get any better or worse. I think what we do here... Well, sorry, I think it's only going to get worse. I think what we do here is we reserve. We keep them moving towards us. Oh, wow, they got some more long shots. Okay. Maybe is that a... Blackjack, maybe? Yeah, they could have a, They could have some auto cannons. If they can see us, they can get some long-distance shots. Yeah, okay. So at least this first turn, we'll use up all the huge amounts of evasion that we currently have. Looks like there's a vehicle back there. I think what we'll do is...
Orders.
Let's see. The Marauder could technically take some shots, but again, I think we'll say that for now. Let's get our Orion to the top of the hill and start figuring out what we want to target. So that also does give us some good cover. So what do they have? They have a striker, not a huge concern there. This gallant urban assault vehicle, that is going to be a bit annoying. We definitely want to salvage what we can though. So where is that AC-10? That is at the top with the SRM-2. Where is the LRMs? At the front of the vehicle? Yes, with a silly amount of ammunition. Well, that could be bad for them, but alright. Let's see, a Vulcan's over here, a Flamer as well, some machine guns. Okay. So what I'm thinking we do is... could send some LRMs that way, start softening up that target, and then... maybe we send a snub just to the Locust just to cause that a little bit of trouble. Yeah, that's not the worst. And then maybe the rest... put the medium lasers on the Gallant and start to put some work in on that. I think that seems relatively decent. So, yeah, LRM's on you. Avoid all of your cover bonuses. We'll do the snub PPC against the Locust, because that's actually pretty decent chances to hit. And then we'll throw these over there. So yeah, no cover bonuses for any of these guys. That snub should be enough to even take out that Locust if we're lucky. Yeah, good percentages across the board. Alright, so breaching shot, so far so good. And what do we get? We got the arm and the torso.
Primary target is taking damage.
Alright, well, you know what? Anything that slows down a Locust is typically a good thing. Oh, here comes a Manticore. Okay. Well, I'm glad we positioned ourselves in some cover. So what is that going to have? Yeah, PPC and LRMs? Okay. Yeah, Yeah, that's going to be a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Alrightio. Let's see. 19 resolve. We still don't get to take any real good shots here.
Confirmed.
Let's see. The catapult. We've got... Oh, we don't have our breaching shot here, do we? No, we just have a regular sensor lock. Okay, so... Thinking maybe we move up over here, pick up a bit of evasion. We could put maybe an LRM shot to the Locust. Yeah, slow that down a little bit, and then maybe... we're not going to do too much there either. Yeah, I'm just annoyed that this Locust is... I'm just concerned that this Locust is going to be a little bit of a pain now, but... Yeah, you know what? We'll send one either way. I think that should be relatively good. We've got good percentages. I'm not super concerned about the striker. This thing, we're going to deal with the Manticore later, I think. So let's go... Yeah, one on the Locust, one on the other. And we'll see what we can do.
Multiple targets.
Again, just looking for a little bit of resolve if we can. Oh, structure is exposed, but not quite enough. That is quite the pity there. Let's see, how did that do? It's down to 12 points of structure. Alright, well, it is what it is.
Good to go.
Let's see.
What's the plan?
If that's the case, maybe we roll on up with our Shadow Hawk. We could... What could we do here? We could happily put a single, maybe, what, maybe like an SRM-6 against that, and then everything else against something different? Make sure that we deal with things as best as possible? Yeah, I think that's... Yeah, let's move on up.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and we only need 12 points of damage, so that's 2 missiles. So yeah, we'll send an SRM-6. It's statistically the likely thing to get hit. So I think we will... do we send that? Or do we go... Hang on a second. We do have more damage with the SRM force. Yeah, most goes here, some goes there. Let's just run with the SRM-6 against the Gallant, and then we'll see if we can start putting some work against this Vulcan. Let's just double check. How is the Vulcan doing? Oh, and of course, Wolverine at the back there. What do we have? Hang on a second, a Demolisher? Ooh, okay, well, we know what we need to destroy next turn round. Alright, so the Vulcan is not in great shape. But again, still,
Good to go.
we'll have to figure that all out. Alright, so if it wasn't for cover there, that thing would probably be cooked.
Primary target is damaged, Commander. Keep it up.
Alright, so we're not going to have to chase anything down. That's ideal. Let's see, how's this doing? It's doing well enough. Alright, and we don't have great shots. No, we've only got what we've got. Okay, Striker's back there. Oh, look, these aren't amazing, although technically we could just take out that Blackjack nice and swiftly. I'd rather take the Wolverine home for salvage anyway, so... Yeah, if that's the case, what have we got? 50s? That's a 50. Yeah, sure. Alright then, fine. Let's go ahead and we'll take a shot at with the 50-50. And we'll see what we can do about removing this thing from the field of battle.
I'm on it.
Alright, well there goes a leg.
Scored a critical hit.
I guess that's a free precision shot on the next turn. Alright, so what do we have? We have the Vulcan jumping on in. No surprises there. A little bit of flame. Not a huge concern. For us, what do we have?
Ready for orders.
Rannoch, I think we move up into cover and we take our free precision shot on the Blackjack. Yeah, I think that's the way we do this. Yeah, cover is probably the best call. 60s and 70s. 80s. Oh, actually, you know what? That seems just as good. Let's move over there. That should be fine.
Coordinates received.
Alright, Blackjack. Let's see if we can take some of you home.
Locked on.
And no dice. Oh, well, that's a disappointment. Oh, well.
Commander. I'm wounded.
Really? Alright, well, you know what? It's a good thing we got you an extra hit point earlier, so you should be nice and safe for now. Alright, let's have a bit of a stop and think. We've got the Demolisher back here. We need at least 180. I guess technically if we go for the right-hand side, we've got a pretty good chance of taking this thing out. Oh, again, I've done that once more. Alright.
Reporting.
Otherwise, we do have the Shadowhawk, which we could try and deal with things.
Order, Skipper?
Alright, we could move up over there. That would give us some pretty good percentages. Everything else is fairly dodgy.
How might I help?
Alright, let's move into cover. That's probably ideal. We're definitely going to be in range of that Demolisher though, so maybe this cover could be better. So our first shot, let's see, Wolverine's not amazing, Vulcan's not incredible. I guess we could just try and kill the Blackjack. Boost our resolve. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I'm not as concerned about some of these other ones, but that would put us in a safer position, and we're more likely to get the kill. So I think that's what we're going for Blackjack. Let's go for that cold shot. 70% to the center torso. I don't think this is going to change too much because, yeah, a lot of these are scatter, but I guess if we've got to aim somewhere, maybe we try and take out the torso, because I don't think we're going to get the kill. Yeah, let's just aim for the torso and see if we can direct our field of fire towards the center.
Hell yeah.
Oh, explosion has
That
knocked
would
the
be a
pilot
kill.
unconscious. Okay, well, that will do. That will definitely do.
Ready to rock.
Alright, Hawk, since that is all we've got, I think... let's just have a bit of a check. What are you doing? Could probably take out the Manticore. That thing does have a PPC. Honestly, the PPC is probably my most annoying thing to deal with. Either that or left torso, that's the wrong side.
Skipper.
Yeah, look, I think... Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, of course, it gets targeting issues. I think, let's just see, how much armor have we got here? 100, 150... It definitely can't kill us in one unless they get a random headshot. So, you know what? Let's just play this safe, because I do not trust the AI. Maybe we roll back a little bit, and we fire at the Striker or the... Yeah, one of these two. Which one had the PPC? You do. Yeah, look, I think the odds aren't terrible. Let's see if we can hit this thing and take it out. Either that or... Wait a second, do these things have directions? They do, but it doesn't seem to matter whether it's straight on or from the left or the right. It all just seems... Oh. Okay, now you're showing that. You know what? It's fine. Let's just go for the Manticore. We'll see what we can do.
Copy that.
Alright, so not enough in the way of damage, but that's fine. That little Striker, honestly not a huge concern to us. The main thing is going to be that Demolisher with those AC-20s and whether that thing's going to cause us
Waiting for
grief.
orders.
As for Big Man, let's go... I guess technically we could shuffle forwards, but I don't think that's worth it. Could fire some LRMs there, but that's not worth it. Wait a second. Here we go. What are you at? You have 54 points of structure at the front. Yeah. The rest we could fire on the Wolverine potentially. sort of depends. We could also move on up and just put everything we've got into that demolisher back there. But I don't think we will. I think what we'll do is we'll move... actually, I don't think... Yeah, I think we'll move over here. We'll fire mostly on the Wolverine. And then some elsewhere. I think cover is our best bet. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, so the Manticore, what do we need? As I said, was that 54? We could technically hit it with the LRMs and deal with that. I think we'll go ahead and do that. And then that Striker I'm not concerned about. This Wolverine, AC5. Oh, maybe we just... Oh, well, we don't have a choice. Alright then, fine. We don't have a choice. Let's just target what we can and put damage where we can. Alright, off we roll.
Copy that.
Alright, well, a little bit of RNG didn't go our way. We did impair the structures of that Wolverine, and we got a head wound. Nice.
Inflicted some heavy damage.
Okay, well, I guess that snub PPC is doing some good work there. Alright. Got hit by that PPC in return. I suppose it's only fair. We scramble their sensors, they scramble ours. And 2 misses. Alright. I guess that slight obfuscation of the ridgeline was quite handy.
Yeah.
Alright, so, what do we do here? I'm thinking... Well, you know what? I think we just go ahead and we take this fellow out of the game nice and swiftly. We'll approach head first. And then we'll just take out that Wolverine and try and take that home. I think that's the best play.
Confirmed.
So let's go for a precision shot there, and well, if the pilot doesn't die, the mech will, I'm pretty sure.
I copy. Let's go.
Alright, lethal damage, and it must barely be
That's a
alive.
kill.
That center torso must be in a pretty rough state. Alright, some flames against our Orion, not a huge concern. Let's bring...
Yup.
Now, what have we got? Where can we go? So we could technically head to that Striker. We could move on up into... I've actually got some pretty good shots there, and maybe we should start with a Demolisher. That is our biggest concern. We can chase everything else down. Yeah, let's go for our primary objective and make sure that we take minimal damage.
Consider it done.
So we'll move on up there. Also, resolve is at 56, just in case. I can't remember whether these things actually add to our resolve for destroying them or not.
What are your orders, Skipper?
And then Hawk, let's go. Put more damage on. Yeah, it's much of a muchness. Oh, we are attacking it from the side. Alright, hang on a second. Can we... Now, if we move, I don't think that's going to really change much in the way of angles. Although technically... Oh, hang on. Technically, we could get that small laser against that Vulcan. And you know what? We have heat to spare, don't we? So... Oh, actually, you know what we'll do? We'll stay where it's nice and cool in the water. There we are. That should give us enough of a terrain change that they shouldn't be able to shoot at our catapult.
10-4.
We'll stay nice and ice cold. We'll go ahead and aim for the Demolisher. Put a pot shot over there.
Firing.
Alright, and oh, we did get the kill. Alright, very, very nice. Alright, missed the Vulcan. No huge surprises there, but that was to be expected. That leaves us in a very comfortable position to deal with things. Yeah, this should be very, very easy for us.
Reporting light damage.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, so, big man, you can go in and crush, or you can take a shot. And I think what we'll do here is... I suppose we just come up here and get the kill just to make sure that we take out our target. Although part of me is also... Yeah, that should be fun. Let's just go ahead and attack. Let's squish him like a bug. There we go.
Reporting. One less vehicle.
Alright, here comes the Manticore, the Shadowhawk. Honestly, the Shadowhawk can just go ahead and melee now, and that should still
Light
be
damage.
safe.
Holding firm.
Yeah, this is an easy one for us.
Receiving you.
Alright, so the Marauder, we'll leave that over there. Let's move into cover. Let's fire at the Vulcan. I think we can maybe
Heading out.
finish this before it begins. There we go.
Firing on target.
So we did get one shot to the cockpit, but
That hit
unfortunately,
something good.
I don't think that's going to be enough. Yeah, we were close. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay.
Confirmed. Awaiting orders.
Well, that's a bit disappointing now. We could just knock him over. Or we could just go in for the melee. Yeah, look, you know what? Let's just go ahead and melee this thing. Let's make sure that he disappears.
It's time to bug out. Get to the LZ for extraction.
I don't think that Vulcan can do particularly dangerous
One
amounts
less
of
vehicle.
damage. Alright, and our resolve did
Ready to
boost
rock.
up. Let's go ahead and... You know what? Do we go for it? We could. It's probably just going to kill him. Well, you know what? It is what it is. We're not here for salvage as it stands. Let's just step back and we'll take our shot.
Acknowledge, Commander.
He's not meant to survive anyway.
Engage target. Enemy eliminated.
Alright, well done. Managed to wipe the Op4 out. Can do extract right now.
Mission successful.
Alright, so a little bit light on the salvage, I think. That said, though, we do technically need another AC-20 for our Hunchback 4G in storage. I also wouldn't mind getting those modified weapons. Some extra payment for the 25% brings us up to 275. That is good. Unfortunately, Rennick is out for 12 days, but that is less than it used to be, thanks to the nice bonuses. Oh, hang on a second. AC 10 for 70 damage. This could actually be better off than our current AC 20 setup. Yeah. We'll definitely take that. And then we can take 2 parts of a Wolverine. The AC 5 would be nice. So would the LRM 10, but I think this is actually going to suit us much, much better. Yeah, because we only need 61 points of damage to head cap a... what do we call them? A pilot out of his mech normally. So that would be a lot less heat. That would also save us some tonnage. We might be able to get some extra cooling on board. I think that's the way that we're going to go. And I guess we just roll the dice. Alright, so we got part of a Vulcan as well. We did get the full Wolverine, in fact. That's good. We got a free AC-20. The LRM 10 we got a nice little boost with. Alright, you know what? We could have done a whole stack worse. I am definitely okay with this. Would have liked to get that AC-5 that was modified for some damage just for our Centurion. But even then, that's such a small thing for us to miss. I am not concerned. Alright, that is really, really good. Okay, so you know what? I think we have enough time for one more mission. I believe we need to go ahead and destroy a base. So I think we load on up and we start aiming for some sea-bills. I'm not expecting too much in the way of resistance.
Ready to fight, Commander.
But I think it'll be good. Alright, so the Wolverine, we will go ahead and throw on into storage. That's fine, we'll sell that off at a later date. We'll double check our MechWarriors to see if they have enough experience, but I think we should be fine.
Good to go.
Let's see, we can technically boost up piloting there. And I suppose we may as well. The last one's just an extra for our indirect fire penalty, and, well, we don't really use those skills
Ready
for
to
him.
rock.
Looks like we are very close to being able to get that Cold Shot Mastery with Hawk.
This reporting.
Cheese Goblin, we can go for better tactics.
Confirmed, Commander.
And then
Receiving you.
Big Man, what do we do? Yeah, extra unsteady threshold. It's never going to be a bad thing. Let's go ahead and confirm.
MechWarrior training complete.
That will do nicely. Okay, so that just leaves us with a contract to do, and I don't think it's going to be particularly hard. So, destroyer base, it's in Badlands, 2 skulls, 500,000 sea bills. I guess there is technically some salvage we could take, but we know that there's going to be bonuses for the turrets and things along those lines, if they do have any, which I'm assuming they will at 2 skulls. So I think we just go all in on the money, and yeah, I think that'll be fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and accept. We'll drop the Marauder for now. We will bring out the... What else do we want? Maybe we do bring it along. Oh, we could also bring the... Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe the Black Knight wouldn't be the worst idea. The heat efficiency is pretty good here. Actually, they're about the same, but we don't have the same kind of range. Alrighty-o. Well, I guess... What, between the Orion and all the other stuff, we should be fine. But I guess we'll bring the Black Knight just for something a bit different. Let's see, who do we want to pilot that? I guess I could probably do with some more experience. We'll pick that up. We've got the Orion, the Catapult, and the Shadowhawk. It's a pretty decent crew, I think. Indirect fire, lots of heavy directional stuff, some brawling to keep the lights out of the way. I think it's good. Alright, so let's read over this contract once more, and then then we should all be good. Okay, so our objective is to destroy the warehouses and escape. Incomplete intelligence. Whoops, there is a bit of a difference there. Our Capellan enemies are hiding restricted munitions in a series of warehouses used to distribute medical supplies. We would make a public accusation that they're hiding munitions in medical supplies, but that would reveal the source of our intel. Instead, we need you to go in and do what we cannot: destroy the warehouses. Alright, well, this could be Liao using supplies as cover, but it could also be the locals looking for plausible deniability. We'll probably never learn which is which.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so what do we have? We're tasked with destroying several structures in the target medical warehouse facility, move the base, and start wrecking the buildings. Can do. Be wary of Capellan defenders and additional patrols in the area. Good hunting, Commander. Okay, so there's definitely going to be a garrison of some kind. That said, how far? Yeah, do they have turrets? I guess we're going to learn that. Alright, so I think then if that's the case, the best approach is probably zooming down the road, cutting up back through here, and then dealing with them one at a time. Either that, or we're probably going to get scouted pretty easily and they'll have direct line of sight. And that may not be as enjoyable, although... Let's see. Garrison's here, warehouses are there. Oh, we don't want to give them the high ground. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just move on up. We'll see what we can figure out. Oh, and we do have contact already. We have a 55-ton mech hanging out back there.
Moving to position.
Alright.
You got it.
And the Shadowhawk, let's roll. Alright, who knows? They might have a Shadowhawk of their own. Oh, here comes a spider. Okay. Not particularly dangerous, although it did do some damage.
Commander.
Kind of surprised with that level of evasion, but it is what it is. Luckily, they're targeting our mech with the most amount of evasion. I think the others are maybe just slightly outside of range. So what do they have? 2 medium lasers, rocky terrain. Yeah, rough terrain.
Skipper,
Alright, so, catapult. We could do a...
what's the plan?
I don't really know what we want to do here. Odds are fairly abysmal, you know what? Let's bring them to
A
us.
delay sounds wise.
Alright, large laser has missed us. That's a good thing. Oh, and a stray shot. Okay, well, can't do much about
Light
that.
damage. Holding firm.
I think what we'll do here is maybe we go for a sensor lock and then start to pummel our opponents. I think we'll start with Well, we don't have sensor locking here, although we do get eyes on 2.
Ready for orders.
Could bring the big man in. Snub PPC, see what's there. Maybe we just focus in on the, maybe we just focus in on the spider first. I guess that's always an option. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Let's move on up. Chances are fairly slim, so instead of firing too many weapons, let's just stay pretty close to heat neutral. 45% is as best as we could ask.
Engaging with target.
You never know. There was potential we could have taken out a leg or something else. Let's see. Down to 11 hit points on that left torso. Let's go... do we save it for now?
Yup.
Yeah, you know what?
How might I help?
Shadowhawk. Let's move up into cover. There we are. We can fire some pretty good shots here. We can see what's in the back there.
Yes, Commander.
Can probably get some knockdown if necessary. And then we have another 30 and another 55. Okay, so it's not the be all and end all. We should be fairly safe. Let's fire off the... what do we want? I'm thinking maybe we fire a singular SRM-4 or something like that towards the Wolverine. Although, you know what? No, I changed my mind. Let's just kill off the spider. Alright, so there
Scored
goes
a critical hit.
both left and right torso. Knockdown could even be enough, potentially, for a knockout. No, that guy's still living? Wow, okay. Well, we did a solid amount of damage. He's almost gone. Only 16 points there. Alright, let's bring... what do we want? I guess we could move on forwards. Start the ER large laser down towards the Wolverine. And then target the rest. Yeah, I suppose that'll have to do. Go ahead and split that. So you go here, you go there. Again, what's that? 16. We only need about 50 damage and we can take out this spider. So let's drop off the 2 mediums. And then that should probably be enough for the kill.
Engaging multiple targets.
Alright, and there we go. There's the center torso destroyed. Probably a bit of overkill there, but again,
Destroyed.
you know, if you don't bring in enough weapons, we're
Confirmed.
always going to end up not getting what we want, and we'll hit something like a leg instead.
I got you.
Alright, but either way, let's start destabilizing this fellow.
Here we go.
Alright, some decent unsteadiness already. That is good. Alright, back to the lights. Alright, so our turn. Let's see, what do we want? Can we focus in on that Wolverine again?
Ready to rock.
I guess we could do another salvo with our... Yeah, look, that would actually probably be the best thing. We could knock them down and then get better percentages for everybody else. Yeah, let's go ahead and just...
Affirmative, Commander.
let's tip the Wolverine over and see how he likes that. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, so that did work. That's good. Another 55-ton mech coming on in, but that's not our concern just
Reporting.
yet. Let's see. How's he doing? We could move on up. We don't get much in the way of options. I guess a precision shot's not a bad thing. What about our jump jets? Where does that take us? We could technically get a bit closer. And you know what? I think maybe that's what we're going to go ahead and do. Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump on up there. No one should really be able to shoot at us. It's a very awkward location for most.
Here we go.
But that will mean, you know, we can start to do some work here. Let's go for the... Let's see, he's a tactician. He's already over. Let's see, SRM ammo. That would be a bad idea. 2 tons of that would be quite explosive. And then over here, what have you got? Left arm, SRMs. So yeah, large laser, medium and small. Realistically, this right torso is the best thing for us to shoot at. We take that out and we more or less strip it of all of its capacity.
Of course.
We got an injury. Alright, well that's good. That's now up to 2. Alright, let's see what he does this time. Again, standing up penalty is pretty painful, so I doubt that they're going to do too much damage. Let's see, we've got our Black Knight on board. We could go ahead and fire everything. And you know what? I'm actually tempted to do that. Yeah, I think that's what we go ahead and do. The only other choice is our Orion, although that's actually not going to get any better. Alright, you know what? Maybe we fire the Orion first. Yeah. There we go. We'll fire the Orion first, just because we could do a heap of damage here. Could potentially pop that off. Alright, pilot is out. That's what we wanted.
Tango down.
And now that means we can use our Black Knight sprinting, and that should... let's see, that's a little too steep. Can we climb up that? We don't have jump jets, so probably not. Either that or we have to zip away around. Alright, I think we just go for a run. We're gonna flank. Might make us a bit more... actually, it might make us less of a target, actually. Yeah, they might struggle to see us. We've got good evasion. Yeah, I don't think that too much is going to go happening right now. Let's go ahead and reserve. We'll see what this guy does. Alright, taking shots at the Orion. I suppose that's fair play. We'll go with... what's that, a Griffin? Yeah. Let's see. If we move back over here, we can just get our ER large laser on board. We can technically do the same thing from back there. Again, is it worth it, or do we want to sprint? We do have a lighter mech up there. I think we hold off for now. Let's maybe bring... oh, actually, we could use our jump jets. This would give us a few options. We even have a DFA option, theoretically. Could jump here and keep obfuscation, and I think that that could actually be... well, again, we're not here for salvage. Maybe we do go ahead and jump up here. Yeah, get eyes on. I think that's actually not a bad play. Alright, so what's back up there? Javelin with an LRM-15. Not a huge concern. A little bit of extra heat. That is a little disappointing. Let's drop off the ER medium. That'll buy us a little bit of overheat threshold, although technically, yeah, no, I think that's the best thing to do.
Target confirmed.
Alright, so that's some solid damage. We'll go ahead and I think we will... do we just focus in on the Griffin?
What are your orders, Skipper?
The catapult's also not a bad play. 85s. Actually, can we target from slightly further back? Yes, we can, and that pushes it up to 90. Let's see if we can knock this guy over. What is our resolve to? 71, and we gain 17 per turn. Okay, we've still got a bit of headroom. He's looking incredibly unsteady. And then what have you got over here? 70%. 95.
Ready for orders.
Actually, I think what we're going to do is we're going to move over here. And then we're probably not going to get the kill. Maybe, just maybe, we send the LRMs up over there, because the rest of this should do a huge amount of damage, and I don't think we're going to have anything to do next turn. So I think we try and soften them up a little.
Affirmative.
Yeah, that damage reduction... oh, actually it doesn't count because we have reaching shot. There goes its torso.
Reporting critical hit.
How do we do? Alright, not quite enough. Still have one more. I think at this point, let's just go ahead and sprint on up. I think that's going to be the best way to get into the
Full
fight.
throttle.
Maybe come in with either a melee, or we could get some good shooting on this guy.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
Ooh, okay. I'm guessing those turrets are now online. Alright, noted. We must just be within sensor range for them. But that's okay. The javelin can run off. That is perfectly fine.
Confirmed.
Let's go.
Yes, Commander.
I think we just follow up here with a melee and yeah, that's going to be our best way to cool down, because otherwise we're taking a cold shot. This does... you know what? Maybe we do just shoot here first. Yeah, it's unlikely, but I guess we do go for it. Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
So we can get that sorted.
That's a critical hit.
And then we can even zip on out into cover. Yeah, that'll work nicely. Yeah, that'll let us
I understand.
potentially see a few things.
Yup.
Alright, there's the catapult, and what do we do? Oh, you know what? That doesn't even take that much. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll move on up. We'll split our fire between the two, because again, I'm pretty sure we're going to take this thing down. One goes to the Griffin, one will go to the Javelin.
10-4.
Yeah, there we go. CT destroyed. Alright, and then... well, at this point, what have we got? I guess technically we can get that ER large laser, but good grief, that's gonna take us some time, and our resolve does max out.
Commander?
You know, that's not the worst. Alright, you know what? Maybe we go ahead and we move up. Yeah, I think we go ahead and we just sprint our way here.
Aye, aye.
That'll let us cool on down. And then... I don't know. Do we sprint or do we just start putting damage on targets? Let's have a look. It's only got, what, 51 points of structure. Our ER large laser can't actually do anything. We could technically take out a torso if we hit it in the back. Take out its LRMs. You know what? Those actually aren't the worst shots in the world, although it is a very low percentage chance. No, let's go for it. Let's roll the dice. Let's see if we can bring a 35% shot online and take out its, what's that, right-hand side? I think that's what we wanted. Yeah, right-hand torso is the LRMs, so that'll have to do.
Targeting rear armor.
And I'm pretty sure that was a miss. Oh well, you know what, it's fine. It's not a big deal here nor there, but it could have been nice if we took it out nice and swiftly.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Alright, plenty of sensor locking there. Looks like they've only got one LRM turret though. That is good to
Ready to
know.
rock.
Let's bring... You know what? I think we reserve at this point. If we can get him to drop his own evasion, that'll make it a lot easier for us. I'm not really concerned about what damage he can do to us. Alright, so... let's bring the Black Knight up and over. We'll see what we can see. Alright, what's this turret? Light laser turret. Oh, okay, you know what? That's fine. Let's focus in on the Javelin. Yeah, actually, you know what? No, let's go for the turret. That's far better for us. We can actually get a lot more of our weapons online, and realistically, we've probably got a better chance of shooting these turrets that are further back rather than everyone else. So that's the first one down. Let's bring the Orion across.
Skipper,
Catapult.
awaiting orders.
Shadowhawk. What have we got? 2 vehicles and that thing. Oh, sorry, 2 buildings and the javelin. Oh, look, you know what? Let's just move on up and see what we can do. Do the odds get any better? Small laser goes to 80. The rest are at 50. It's much of a muchness. Alright, and there we go. We have enough room for one more shot. Let's go for the ER medium and we'll drop off the SRM 6. 4. Okay, hang on. Actually, that's going to be the best way to do it. Oh, hang on a second. That's what, 42? That's about the same. You know what? Same amount of damage for less missiles and less heat. That seems like an easy choice. Yeah, and you know what? Let's go for a precision strike too while we're at it. Let's just see if we can get that headshot.
Confirmed.
It was 1 in 20. It's not unreasonable.
Receiving you.
But, you know, at least that pushes them down the initiative order. Now from here, we can go ahead and target them pretty well.
Confirmed.
That, I think, is our goal. Let's just make sure that it goes down.
All weapons are go.
Oh, looks like we got the
That
leg,
is something good.
the torso. That should be 1, 2, and the... well, yeah, that should be... yeah, 2 out of 3. Alright, and if for some
What are your
reason we
orders,
can
Skipper?
take that thing out, that would probably be the best thing for us, as we don't want
Acknowledged,
them
Commander.
to use that to spot us. Let's aim for the leg, I suppose. Not that we have much control over things.
Copy that.
Kill confirmed, Commander.
Target down.
Alright, target down. Now it's just the turrets left. It looks like they cannot do too
Ready
much.
to rock.
Let's go ahead and reserve for a second.
I got you.
So over here, what do we have? We have buildings. Pretty much only buildings.
Standing by.
The Orion,
Confirmed.
same thing. Oh, let's get the Shadowhawk up and moving. Do we want to stand in the path of everything? Sure. Why not live on the edge? We got enough LRMs. We should be safe. Alright, so what do we see back here? Sniper turret. 4 AC2s. Another light sniper turret with more AC2s and then twin LRM-10s. Okay. Well, we know our targets. Let's go ahead and work our way against them. Let's throw on... oh, can we... oh, that's annoying. I guess we just have to cool on down, hey? Yeah. Oh, well.
Certainly.
Well, we can split some fire off towards that thing later. It's not going to be a big deal. As for... let's see, hang on a second. I'm trying to see if we can get an angle on that turret way in the back there. Yeah, here we go. We can follow up with the ER large laser. If that potentially helps save Cheese Goblin from any unnecessary injury, it's worth taking. There we have it. Alright, now I think we are all good.
Target destroyed.
Orders.
Let's bring the Orion up. Again, let's go for that sniper turret first and foremost.
Got it.
So not quite enough to kill it, but again, close
Skipper.
enough. And then we can bring our catapult
I'm
forwards. Let's go ahead and we can split the shot between the two. A and B.
Firing.
Alright, well that should be all that we need. Minimal damage there, that's what we want to see. Now we can just go ahead and destroy
What are your orders, Skipper?
what remains. So let's move on up.
Roger that, Commander.
We'll fire... actually, you know what? Maybe we use the Shadowhawk to take that out, because that thing's fairly toasty right now. Let's go for maybe the large military building in the back. Yeah, that seems good enough. Let's see, 80, 160, or maybe not. Okay, medium military building it is.
I got you.
Enemy structure is weakening.
And it looks like we strayed with a missile or two.
You have orders?
Oh, well, it is what it is. Let's go. Hang on a sec. There we go. That's what we're after. We will go... We need 20 odd damage there. We'll go ahead and fire off 2 weapons, I suppose. One here, one there. And we'll go... You against A, you against B. And then whatever else we can squeeze on in.
Good to go.
Alright, what have we got? Not too much. You know what? Let's just go ahead and sprint forwards. That'll be fine.
Full throttle.
Yeah, no, it's not a big issue for us because it's just a matter of destroying things
Commander.
with not much else to do. So there's
Position confirmed.
fairly minimal consequences here. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll split our fire. We'll put the LRMs against the other.
I copy.
And that should be
Enemy
all
structure
that we realistically need.
Flatten that one.
Oh no, turns out we have one more building to destroy. Okay, well that is
Yup.
a-okay. Let's bring our catapult up.
I'm rolling.
Let's split the damage between... Actually, no. We can just target over here. Oh, and that's even too much heat. Okay, well, you know what? That's fine.
Engage target.
Just fire one. There's no point in doing extra damage to our mechs unnecessarily. It's really much of a
Awaiting
muchness. Let's go ahead and reserve you for a second. Let's get our Black Knight on target. And you know what? I think what we'll do is... This thing's only got 100 hit points. I think we go ahead and we knock this down a bit. We'll go multi-target. Go A and B. Now this only has 100, but I want to destroy all of them if possible. So we're going to go ahead and... Let's see, that's 40, 90... Yeah, there we go.
Engaging multiple targets.
So that should put both of them on the cusp of being broken, and then with our Orion we should be able to put the others to bed. And that should be all that we need.
Waiting for orders.
So let's just double check. That's got 10 hit points, that thing's got 40.
Reporting.
The Shadow Hawk, if we were to go for a multi-target, what have we got? Yeah, shutdown we do not need. We only need A and B, and that should be all. Alright.
Get your lance to the LZ, Commander. I'm coming in hot.
I believe.
Alright, well done. Managed to wipe out the Op 4. Can do an extract right now. No need to get to our planned LZ.
Mission successful.
Alright, very nice. I know technically we don't need to kill off that final building, but at the same time too, I like to be thorough in the work that we do. So if the option is available to us, why not? Alright, so there we go. Destroyed the base garrison for an extra 25% and an extra 10% for the base turrets, bringing us up to 800,000 C-bills. No injuries, lots of good XP, that is what we want. Part of a Javelin and a Wolverine. Very nice. Alright, so that should be good there. And then I think that means we can go ahead and... actually, you know what? We could take flight. But I think what we'll do is we might call things here for today. I will... yeah, I'll make sure that we pick up with maybe a little bit of mech tinkering in the next one. I'm pretty sure that AC-10 that had all of the extra damage, that should be pretty good. We will go ahead and store the Javelin, and you know what, I think we'll even just go ahead and sell that straight away. So yeah, there goes the Javelin. Oh, and you know, we could also sell off a Wolverine. You know what? I'm not really feeling a need for it. Let's go ahead and get rid of that, just so we have plenty of money to spare. Let's see, do we want to sell off anything else? maybe a couple of large lasers. That should be fine. Anything else that's worth noting? Actually, we probably don't need a dozen of them. Alright, I think that should be fine for now. That's pretty good. We'll have a decent amount of money. That is, yeah, that is very, very nice. Okay, so, let's swing by the barracks before I forget, because I frequently do.
Ready for orders.
You have enough for that cold shot mastery. Well done, Hawk. That will be very
Good
nice.
to go.
Cosmo, we'll save for your gunnery, I think.
Awaiting orders.
As for you, Cheese Goblin, you're good.
Good to go.
So are you, Big Man. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Very, very nice. So, that was our last contract for Planet. We'll go ahead and I'll have a look at the navigation in between videos, and then we'll figure out where we're going to fly. We'll go ahead and fix up a few more mechs and see what we can come up with at the black market at the next location. So if you do want to see that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I'll see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.